Hi folks, welcome to a beautiful day in the Hudson Valley of New York. So it's about 10:45 a.m. February 1st. Well, we're already hit February. It's a Saturday. It's somewhere approaching 40 degrees, give or take a little bit. Depends which one of these you want to look at. Just quickly, for the international folks, it's about 6 degrees Celsius. This one says 36. And my solar batteries all charged up here. Actually, I was asked a question about this. It was a little while ago. I remember some of the questions. Up in that window, I don't know if you guys could see the frame. See the frame? There's solar panels up in that window. And what I do, there's two of them. Those are the Harbor Freight guys. They're 15 watts each, so that gives me 30 watts. There's two of them. They come down and they go into this SunForce. Where are we here? Excuse the really crappy camera work. Anyway, take my word for it. That's a SunForce. You can see the lights on. That's good for 7 amps. 7 amps, I don't know, what's that about? 7 amps, they typically put out 14-15 volts, so they're good for about 100 watts, give or take a foot and a half. Anyway, so that's how I keep this Energizer battery charged. And what do I do with that Energizer battery? See that light up there? That is LED. It's a 100-watt equivalent. It uses 18 watts for LED, but it puts out about 100 watts worth of light. And the wires to make it go. I've kind of rearranged some of this crap, so bear with me. I think it's these two. Yeah. I don't know. Let me turn it on. See? And now you could see, because I turned it on, right, it went from, here, let me show you. See how it's green now? Let me zoom in. I'm making a crappy video here, I'm sorry guys. But you see how it's back to charging. Then I turn it off and it charges for a couple of seconds, it goes back to green. So anyway, that's the big solar project in here. I want to go further with it, but you know, like, it's very easy to get Harbor Freight solar panels. They were on sale, $149, 3 panels, a different charge controller, not that one, a different one, and a 12-volt little fluorescent light. And I think I got I think it was on sale for $149, and then I got 20% off, so you know, I got them cheap. And it's very easy to take them and stick them in a window like I did up there, right? Not all that hard to prop them into a window, though that's the wrong side of the glass, so I'm not getting nearly the power that I should be. It's easy to do that and drop a couple wires down, drop a battery there and make it go. Now, it's a completely different story to mount them across the front there, come up with a couple of other, you know, put another 2 or 3 batteries there. Well, 4 would probably be more primo. A charge inverter, you know, a 12 volt to 120, and actually power the shop with them, right? That requires the next level of commitment. And unfortunately, like a lot of stuff that I do, excuse me for saying it quite this way, it's a little bit half-assed. I kind of get the concept going and, you know, kind of get it somewhat functional, then, you know, go chasing the next shiny object. And speaking of the next shiny object, and that's really what this video is about. Well, actually, let's do this 1 second. Next shiny object. I think you're going to end up with 2 videos where it should only be 1. I've, you know, after careful study of Marcel St Jean's all-terrain vehicle defrosting procedure, I've doing that myself. Given that it's above freezing, and I really want to see if this rear end is any good. I tarped her up. All right, real exciting. And put a heater under here. Trying to figure out if I'm getting any heat from it. Not getting much heat. I'm getting heat. This is my $2 heater. So, I mean, Marcel is a little braver than I am. I guess his wife bought a brand new heater and he decided to bring it outside and see if he would use that to. Yeah, I can actually feel some heat blowing out of here now. So, anyway, yeah, I'm defrosting that up. I'm hoping that the rear end comes loose. This thing up front here, I mean, the brake is disconnected and it does not roll. I have the feeling it's seized up. Right, I can't move this. Right. So I have the feeling it's seized from going underwater. I don't know if this thing took a drowning or not. I didn't notice any cracks on the rear end. A lot of times if they're full with water, we've had those few cold days. They were cold enough where if there was water inside, it probably would have cracked it. So hopefully just the drum is a mess, and I'll be able to get the rear end loose. Yeah, as you look at these bikes, you really have to go into, especially when they're this ugly, you have to go into them with a clear mind, right? And you got to figure out what you're going to do with them right up front. Half of me wants to get this thing running, and the other half of me says, yo, clown, you got a parts bike here. What are you trying to do? You know, harvest whatever plastic you can, the rack, you know, the controls, whatever's still alive there, though they're pretty brutally beat up. Right? You know, harvest what you can and move on. But no matter what, before I take a bike apart, I like to see what condition the motor and the drive chain are in. If they're in like dead, right? Obviously, it won't pay to mess with them. Or, you know, I'll know their parts. Once you take them apart, it's very hard to, you know, get the wire harness together, get a fuel tank together, strap them down so that you can try to get them started. That's really very, very difficult to do. It's much easier to do it while they're still alive on the frame. All right, I've been babbling now for 8 minutes. So here, and I just popped the breaker for my heater. So I'm going to have to look this over and figure out a better way of doing this. All right, folks, live, love, and have a great time. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde, which will be shortly, because I want to talk about what's in that box. All right, folks, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Remember to keep your tires down, your handlebars up, and stay alive and have fun. All right, bye now.